Hi guys, this is Dalia. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am coming with Flosstube number 2. I want to welcome the new subscribers. Thank you for choosing my channel and for choosing my videos. I hope you like what I have and you stick around. For those returning, thank you for keeping coming over and hang out with me. I really appreciate it. Don't mind my scarf. It's freezing in this room today. The heater is not coming up, so I already contacted the landlord. And well, the heater is downstairs. It's on. It's just the attic room is not getting the heater. So, but it's freezing in here. So that's how I have a scarf. So anyway, I want to share with you guys my my work in progress for this past week. I was not as productive as I planned. I had a real hard time getting back into the swing of it. Maybe I put too many. My hair is all messed up. Maybe I put too many in my agenda to start with. I know it was a little overwhelmed. I didn't get to work on all of them. I didn't work every day. I work every other day. But slowly I will get back on it and I'll be able to handle it better. But this week was terrible. Then I kept forgetting because like this room is still a mess and it's so cold up here. I cannot sit up here and cross stitch. So I had to go so the room is in the attic, so it would be the 3rd floor. So I kept forgetting stuff, or I forgot to bring the floss, and it was like up and down the stairs. And I was like, oh my God, I am having the roughest time to get started. But I did work in some of them, and I think I did pretty good. I mean, I work on 8 whips, and I had a total of 8 hours and 83 minutes, so almost 9 hours and something. almost 10 hours. And I did 1,210 stitches for those 4 days that I worked. And I had 3 new starts. So I did pretty good. I worked 8 whips and that's including the 3 new stars. So I think I did pretty good for the first, I haven't stitched in a year and a half or something. So it was so hard. I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Because I kept forgetting stuff. But anyway, I pulled through, and I'm happy with what I did. It was more than what I did last year. So again, this is just a hobby for me, and if I found it too stressful, then I've changed that rotation that I have, or not a rotation, all those challenges that I am attempting to do and trying to post. That's the thing. I'm stressing myself because I'm posting in those challenges, and that stressed me. So I did not touch my whip coat yet, but I'm not worried about that because I got the whole month for those. The one that is daily, that you gotta work on it daily and post before midnight daily, is the Bringo from the magazine Cross Stitch Challenge. So that one is stressing me a little bit. So I don't know if I'll continue that one because I don't like to feel stressed. Then it's not fun. So, or just do it because I like the idea of giving me a prompt to pick my whips to work it. But I was doing that last time when I was when Stitch Mania was a group. They used to have all year round prompts, and I used to do them just to do them, but never post or nothing, so it never stressed me. But yeah, I'm trying to participate in the challenge, and it's stressing me out. So I might continue doing it, but I'll stop posting because really, it's not. But anyway, let me share with you guys what I did. So the first one that I worked was my New Year, New Start, which I was supposed to work it on Sunday the 1st. But when I finished doing the videos and uploading them and all that, it was late. So I did not work on it. So I started at the 2nd. It still counts as a New Year, New Start for me. And the one that I was going to work was the head, checking it twice. It's a head. I was doing it in a 25 count. I can't deal with the 25 count. You don't get to appreciate the stitches are so. I was gonna do it 10 stitch. I couldn't do it 10 stitch because I don't see it. I couldn't. It's so tiny. Not even with my 5-time magnifying glasses. It's like you don't get to appreciate the stitch. And if you're doing something this big and this beautiful, you need to appreciate. You need to be able to see the stitches and appreciate it, because this is a lot of work. So anyway, I only worked for 23 minutes because I got frustrated, and all I did 25 stitches. It's stitches right there. You cannot see that. I mean, you cannot look. I'm close to it, and you still cannot see that. It's like you cannot tell that stitch there. Those are stitch. That's what look like little dots. Little dots. That's a stitch right there. That look like just a little dot. I don't like it, so I stopped it, and I have that. So I want to be able to enjoy the stitch. So I went to Michael and got myself some 18 count Ada. So it's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be humongous. That's how big it's gonna be. I can't even put it all. It's how big it's gonna be, because all I get with this one, all I get is a 2-inch border all around. So it's gonna be pretty big. I mean, it's gonna be humongous. So I don't know either. I'm torn. I don't know what to do, because this is humongous. Look how big is this. This is humongous. I mean, it's gonna be beautiful, because you're going to be able to appreciate it and appreciate the stitch. But this is humongous. Look, I can't even get it all. That's how big this thing is. So, because it's 29.5 by 36 inches. So, and then I only get 2-inch border around. So, it's big. It's huge. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I want to do it because I love it. But if I do it on 18 count, it's going to be humongous. I mean, humongous. 14 count is worse. It's like 40 inches. And I don't know if I don't think I have 28 count. But 25 count, it's not that big. It's big, but it's not that wide. That's what I mean, because 25 count is that. I don't know. So I don't know if I'll continue in this one, even though I don't enjoy it. I stress me, because I had to force myself to see it, and I gotta have it like right there in my face, so I'll be able to stitch it, even with the 5-time magnifying glasses that I have. So that's all I had. 25 stitches. It's like you cannot tell that's stitches there. I don't know how you people stitch in those tiny. I mean, this is 25. I imagine a 40 count. So it's so hard. I cannot see them with this ones, but I mean, I could see them a little bit. But I don't know what to do. You continue a little more to see how I like it. Maybe when you start filling out more, you will see it better. I don't know. I know it's tiny. It's very tiny. So there you go. You can see them. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm supposed to work on this again this week. So I had to made up my mind on what is that I want to do. Do I want to start it on the 18 count, or continue on the 25 count for a little more and see how I like it? Try to at least try to do these 4 squares and see how I like it. And then in there, I decide if I want to change it to the 18 count. But it's too big. It's humongous. It's going to take me longer to do. So that is the Chicken It Twice by Head. It was not a good start. So that's that. So that's what I work. That was the first one that I work on Sunday. There's something in my eye. The second one that I work, and that was my new year, new start. So the second one that I work, it was for the Bringo, the first number that came out. And it was like work on a new start of your favorite pattern or your favorite whip. So I have started this one on 2020. This is a free pattern from a blog. I don't remember the blog. It was a free design by Sub Rosa Blogspot. It's the Black Heather Queen. I love this pattern and I love the fabric. I dyed the fabric myself, and I'm doing this on. I think this is a 14 count Ada that I dyed myself, and I will put a picture here of how it was before when I started. And this is how it's now. So I did a lot. I mean, I finished her as you saw in the picture. So I finished her arm, not this one. I finished over here and then went up to the head, and I did a lot. And that was just 1 hour, and that was 127 stitches. I can't wait to have this done because I already got in mind. I'm gonna frame it and put it in my little table next to my seat where I do my little area there. Once I fix the heater up here, it's gonna be a very, very fancy frame. So I can't wait to work on it. I'm gonna continue working on her. I am gonna put her in rotation again next week. To see if I get her finished by this month. So I will squeeze her in on whatever it is that I have to do for the other challenges. But to be honest, the challenges are stressing me. Maybe it's because I'm trying to come back to the cross stitch, but then I overwhelm myself with all these whips that I put in my planner to work it. You know, one day I had to work 3 or 4. So maybe I should start slowly getting to it, and maybe hopefully by February I'll be able to keep up with that. But for now, I'm gonna see what I do this week. I might continue this week, or I just work on whatever I want this week. So after that, it was Sunday, so I needed to start my Sunday Christmas stacking stacking Sunday. And the one that I was gonna do is one from the Creek Stony Creek magazine, and I'm doing the flamingo one. And I worked it for 35 minutes because I needed to work on four whips that day. So I only worked for 35 minutes, and I put 100 stitches in 35 minutes. It was a quick stitch, and I started in the center, and that's all I have. I don't have a before picture because it's a new start. So that's what I have. I think it did good. This one will come up again on next Sunday. So I have another one that I need to start because I only had 2 out. The other one's still packed in the closet, and I haven't found that box yet with the other whips. So for now, I'm going to work this one 2 Sundays, and then I'm going to start the 3rd Sunday. I start the other one that I have. So this Sunday, this one comes out again, and hopefully I give them more than 35 minutes. So that was my stacking Sunday, new start. Then I work on my focus piece, which is my head foregun, and I'm trying to put this thing out. So she's my focus piece, plus she is my 22K and 22 for the full cover fanatic. You see, that challenge doesn't stress me because that's a whole year challenge. So I have a whole year to put the 22,000 stitches, and whip gold does not stress me because I had the whole month to work on it. The one that's a little stressful is the one that is daily. And I think I'm dropping that one because it stressed me a little bit. I like the prompts, so I already put them in my planner. I'm going to work it, but I'm going to work it, you know, on my own pace. Not stress myself. I work until 5 o'clock. Get home around 5:30. By the time I eat, take a shower, do whatever I need to do. If I had to run and do some errands after work, I get home at 7. Then I'm rushed, you know, I got all this to do. No, can't have that. So my whip go, I'm going to continue because that's a month to work it. And my 22K and 22, I'm going to work that because it's that's the whole year. And yeah, the daily one is a little the one that's stressing me. So anyway, I work in Foregone, which is she's my pride and joy. And every time that I work on her, I see part of the pattern come to life, and I'm loving it. I want to work on her all day long if I could. I can't wait to see her started. So this is Foregone, my pride and joy. I am working on her head. Right, I started her from the face. The background is the last thing that I'm going to work on. So right now I'm working here. So I did more color. So I worked on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I worked her. And I worked her for a total of 4 hours. And in between those 3 days. And I put 388 stitches between those 3 days. So I think that was a good progress on her. I'm telling you, I don't want to put her down. I will put a picture here of how she was before I worked those 3 days. And this is how she is right now. So I'm still feeling that part. So I bought these things, guys, and this thing doesn't hold I had to put it double, and this still I don't think that holds. I don't know if I bought the right ones or the wrong one. I think I'm gonna return them because I paid like $20 for them, and they don't stay. They fall off. So I think I'm gonna return them to Amazon because I don't think they're too short. They don't hold like this thing right here. Not even because I have it double, it will hold it. I mean, they are not strong at all. And they are strong magnets. But I think I'm going to return them because they don't work. You see, this is all flimsy there. It doesn't work. But anyway, let's go back to Foregone. So I changed color. And I put some of the darker color. And I went here. And I love it because when this color that I'm working right now, you're going to start seeing, it's part of this also. So in Pattern Keeper, when you zoom out, you could see that if I continue working this brown, I'm going to start seeing some of the ruffle. And I'm so excited. So excited with her. So yeah, I am going to continue working on her every day that I can. I only worked 3 days this week, but it's okay. Because I didn't work on her on Sunday. So but it's okay. Like I said, I have a whole year to do those 20K, and I am pushing myself to work as much as I can on her. And I'm loving seeing every time I put stitches on her and I see her come to life. I am loving it. Can't wait to see her face. But I want to cover a lot of her hair before I move down. So loving it. She will be in rotational week again because she can't stop. So that was Foregone, my pride and joy head. So let's move her out. The next one that I work, I got itchy nose. So then for those were the 4 that I work on Monday. Then on Tuesday, I work in Foregone. I work an hour on her. And then my other one for Bringo was something that make you go brrr, like cold. So I work in my Snow Street. I work on this one. It's an AliExpress kit. I will put a picture here how it was before. and then so I work on that. I did a little progress. I moved down, and guys, I think I have a problem. So I don't know if so. I moved down from the background because it's a lot of blue. All that blue, it needs to be thin, but I like to start seeing things so it could motivate me. That so. Okay, this is a full coverage, so I don't think I will have too much of a problem with this one because this is a full coverage. The problem that I had it with Gypsy Queen. So, and this is the same pen that I use for the Gypsy Queen one. But this is full coverage, so I really don't think that will be a problem. For the Gypsy Queen, I mess it up. So I might have to start her over. And the problem is that's a AliExpress kit. And I'll explain when I get to that whip. So anyway, I just moved down because this is all boring, or this is blue. Those pads is supposed to be French knots, but they're going to have white beads as to simulate the snow. So I went down to this part right here, the sun. That's what I started doing. So this one, I only worked it for that day for that challenge. Right now is if it doesn't, I'm not doing the spinning right now because my planner is full for the whole month with these challenges. So this one is not coming out again. Maybe until February if I decide to go to my rotation and forget about those daily challenges. But that's what she saw too. That's the only thing it saw. An hour and 126 stitches. So this one is not coming out again for the rest of the month. That was what I work on Tuesday. That and my foregun, but I already explained to you the foregun. So then on Wednesday, I work on foregun again for another hour. That was the first one I did. And then for that daily challenge in the magazine cross stitch group, it was the number that came out was work on a whip or start a new one that is in season. So we're in winter, right? So I pull out my winter house by Booksbrook. These are free patterns that you can still find in their and the website. I have all seasons. I had the winter, I had the summer, and I had all 4 seasons: autumn, spring, summer, and winter. So I had started winter and it came up. So I worked on it for 1 hour because in the challenge you have to work 1 hour to be valid. So I will put a picture here of how it was before I started it. Well, I worked on it, and this is what I had. So when I started it, all I had was this right here and the same like this right here. This I had that when I took it back. The first that I started it back in 2019. So yeah, so it was that what I had. So I did all this for an hour. That was 156 stitches that I did there. I don't iron my stuff. I use hoop. Some of them I use hoop and some of them I use Q-snap. I have a floor stand. I have a lorry, and that's what I use. And so I just rotate the hoops on the thing. So that was all I did on Wednesday. Then on Wednesday I was supposed to start a new start also on Monday, and I didn't do it. Besides the flamingo stacking, there was another one. I didn't start it, but I will start this this week. So then I also worked. It was a new start. It was the Stitching Silhouette. It's an AliExpress kit. It's an AliExpress kit. It's monochromatic. I was gonna do it in pink, and I started it in pink, and I was gonna use this Victoria Moro fancy floss, and I did stitch her hat on this color. But then I realized that Victoria Motos, those are overdyed floss, which means you cannot soak them because they could bleed. And this is a printed pattern, right? It's a printed pattern. So this has to be soaked in water for 3 to 4 hours. As you can see, I used the pink there, and I love the way it come out. Which I'm a frog it out because I have to, because this needs to be soaked off for 3 to 4 hours until all that disappear. All this disappear. So I can't do it with overdyed floss because they dry. But so then I said, well, I'm gonna do it black with because I had the black in there. So I was like, so I'm gonna do it black. That's the color it brought. So I'm gonna use that because it was already in my bag. And I didn't want to come up here to get a different color. I said, you know what? Let's do it black. So I love the way her hat is a different color. So I am going to change it to a DMC pink, which I can't remember the color of my favorite right now. But I'm going to leave her hat pink because I like it. She's going to be completely black. All that is, she's going to continue being black. But I am going to do some touches like that pink. I'm going to do her hat pink. And I'm going to do the fabric she's stitching in pink. And the rest is going to be black. And then I'm here. I already charted it. With some program online, free online. I got Peak Stitch in my computer, but I did it at work and some random. And I'm going to put established on 2018. That's when I started stitching. So it's going to be established 2018, the lady. So that is that. So I did a lot. I did on her. She worked on 2 days. I worked her on Wednesday. And I worked her on Thursday for an hour. On Thursday for an hour and 20 minutes. And then on Wednesday for an hour. For half an hour. So the half an hour I did 100 stitches. And then on Thursday I did 145 stitches. And I did that while I was in the car waiting for an appointment for my daughter. That I took her to an appointment and I waited in the car. So I took her and I did all this. This is what I did on Wednesday. That I need to frog out and change it to a DMC color because I like how it looks. Her hat pink, and then she's gonna be all black, and everything else is gonna be all black, and you're gonna have that pop of color. So I like that. And oh yeah, so this one it's gonna be my work piece. I'm gonna take it every day to work because it's a printed. I don't have to have my iPad or have my Android tablet for parent keep and all that. So this one I'll take it with me. It's gonna be my travel piece. I work it at work. If I go to an appointment, I take it out. It's in my planner bag. So yeah, so that was the stitching lady. I call her stitching lady. And she's gonna continue being worked half an hour every day at work. And so hopefully we'll see a finish of her by the end of the month. I am determined to have finished this year. Okay, so that was Wednesday. Thursday, I work in foreground again for another hour, and then I work on Gypsy Queen. Oh, I work on the stitches silhouette also. So that was in the car, so that was not at home. That was what I was waiting for my daughter's appointment. So then the last one that I worked on Thursday, last night, today's Friday, I forgot to mention that. I record Fridays, you guys will see it Saturday morning. So I work at my Gypsy Queen because the prompt that came out for the Bringo, the daily challenge, was something sparkly. And you know, the Gypsy Queen, it has a lot of beads. So I work on her. That's her, the Nora cover. But this is an AliExpress kit. But I'm gonna order the pattern because I think I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna put a picture here how she was before. And then I work on her for an hour and I put 97 stitches. And let's see, you could see it. You see what happened here? The stain. I stain it. The reason I did it happen was because I'm sitting here thinking, I started this on 2020. So it's going to be, I started it on March 10, 2020. It's going to be 2 years that she's sitting, I grade this with some Chinese pen that comes in the kit. Before I find out in one of the groups about the friction pen that they were perfect for grading, because after you grade and you start, or after you finish, you use heat dry. We used to help hair dry it and it disappear, because I use those pens for my planner, and I know I cannot leave my planner in the sun in the summer because outside in my car, because everything will disappear. But I'm using these Chinese pens for this one, and it's been sitting in this fabric for 2 years almost. It's gonna be 2 years in March. And while I was stitching last night, I was like, oh my God, what about if this, and I have a lot of, I have a couple of, they are graded with this fabric, with this ink. You see, I would say, let me test it to see if that comes out. It came out, it stained some of it. So you see here, it's staining, and so you could see now this right here. So what's going to happen? I either trash it and start all over, even though I did all that bead work already and all that. And you see, it runs over there. Or what I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to soak it completely to see if it comes out and this if it even out, to see if it even out. If it doesn't even out, that means I gotta trash it, because I ain't gonna finish this beautiful masterpiece with all those beads and then I can't get rid of that or that thing. So if I'm gonna soak it, I'm gonna put it in the bathtub and let it soak there for a whole day tomorrow and see. Because it came out. It's gonna have, I don't know if this was, if it has some splashes, I don't mind, because that makes the fabric like it's hand dyed. But I want to know if all this come out, because if it's not, if the other one is full cover, the Snow Street is full cover, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't come out, because you won't see it. But this one, you will see it, because she's like this, and then her dress, but then you got all this, and so that's my dilemma. But the other dilemma is that this is a AliExpress pattern. I started this. I didn't put it in the iPad. I think I didn't have Pattern Keeper, and Pattern Keeper doesn't work. Back then, you couldn't throw pictures of it. Now I know you can. I was living under the rock. I didn't know that until I saw a video. The thing is that I already has marked this pattern. You see it? And I use markers. So there's no way that I could know what was the symbol to restitch it with this same pattern. I won't be able to reuse the same pattern. So if it doesn't come out after I soak it completely, if it doesn't come out, and you can see the stain right here. You see where the water was? It didn't mess up her face. So that's a good sign. It did not mess up her face, whatever was underneath that. So that's a good sign. I think I could save it. I think I could. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to just try to remove the grid, because I'm in a good point now that I think I could continue without the grid. So that's going to be my assignment tomorrow. Soak it completely to see what happened. If it doesn't work out, you'll find out next Flosstube. And then I will have to order the Mirabilia pattern and start her over, because I love her. She needs to be done. And I love the way she's coming out. She's coming, and I'm beading as I'm doing it. So like, I was supposed to, all that space right here, I was going to bead it last night. But then it got me thinking, and I said, no, I had to stop and try. So what I did, just run it under the faucet and let it run, and it did clear it. So I think it will come out. I think if I soak it in the water for a couple of hours, it will work. I'm praying it does. Because I don't want to start her over. I have a good start on her, and that, cause it's not because of the pattern, because I buy the pattern. I don't care. I got the floss already. I could use the same floss I have, and all I had to have is another fabric, and that is no problem. But I already have a good start on her, and I don't want to stop. But we'll see what happens. So those are the 8 whips that I work on. Haul, I don't have haul. I did bought some patterns. I bought some great patterns, but I don't have them here yet. I did subscribe to the Bitch Stitch Me Fabric of the Month and Silk of the Month, but I don't receive it until the middle of January. So maybe in the next Flosstube or the other one, I will have that. I want to share with you guys some free patterns that I found from some Facebook group. The one from the Victoria, what is it? The Victoria Sampler Facebook group. You know, they just finished this sale. It was a year in stitches. It was a beautiful sale. I found out about it on December. By the Stitchy Mama, Mommy was talking about it, and she said if you want it, you had to run to the group and get them before December 31st, because on December 31st, they're going to remove all the files. So mind you, I remember on December 31st that I needed to, so while I was getting ready downstairs, you know, getting the house ready for New Year's Eve, I was printing at the same time. So I was able to print them all. And I'm going to start this maybe next week. If I have the fabric, I got to see if I have fabric. I do have plenty of fabric, but I can find it. I'm going to be working in this room this weekend. So see if I could find my cross stitch stuff that I'm missing. Because I have a lot of fabric. From the preview Bitch Stitch Me, I was like a whole year. I think it was 2020 that I was on the club. I got some 4-9 fabric. I have a couple of fabrics of the month, color, cotton and color, but I don't know where they are. They still pack, and so is half of my whips. But anyway, if I found fabric, I'll start it. If not, that's when I found the fabric, I started it. I have all 12 of them. So and then it's gonna say 2022 for me. If I finish it on 2022, even though this was 2021, it's going to be the year that I finish it. So it's beautiful. I love it. And I am going to start that. Then today, a new sale in the Victoria Sampler Facebook group started today. It's going to be, again, free. This was free. But if you didn't get to download it, they're going to be in her shop, in the Victoria Sampler shop. Is going to be for sale now. So I was lucky and downloaded before they was taken down. So this is the new one that started today. This one is going to be a long one. It's going to be 12 inches long and 2.5 inches wide. Something like that, she said. I was on her live today, but I was at work. I just put my earpods and just listened to them. So she was talking about that. And again, it's going to be free. If you want to participate in this one, go join her group. It's the Victoria Sampler group in Facebook. And every Friday, the new, this one is January, but there's 3 more parts for that. This is just the first part. And then there's something else here more, and she says something else here. Again, I got to see if I have fabric for this. I think I have a 28 count that I could use for this one. Oh, I have a 14 count like a teal thing, because she don't give you a color scheme, you do your own color. So I think that I could use the mint one, and so let me see. Let me show you right now. I think I could use this one. Just give me 1 second. Hold, please. Yeah, I think I could use this one, and because this has, just looking at that house, it looks like it has like a spring feel to it. So I think this will be cute with some pastel colors, and so I think I will use this one. This is 15 by 18, and I need 12 inches long, so this is good enough. And then I think it's like 3 inches. So this is good. So I was thinking of this fabric. I love the color of this fabric. It's 8 14 count. It's called light seafoam green, and it's by DMC. I bought it a few months, last year. So you see, I think this is perfect for it. So, and I'm gonna use overdyes. I haven't pulled the colors yet, or I'll pull them as I go, but I have a whole bunch of wigs and Victoria Moto. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this one. So I found the fabric, so I am gonna start, this one. So this is gonna get started this week. And then for this one, I think I could use this 28 Monaco if it fits. I gotta look at the description. If it fits, this is 15 by 18. So I gotta do the math to see if this works there. If it works, I have the fabric, so I could do a little start on this one. This one is no rush to start it. And then I also have this one. You see this, how bitch teach me. I only found this one. This one is Opal. I get her fabrics Opal. This is old. This is for 2020, I think. I just found it in that little box that I have there. So yeah, I found those two sales from the Victoria, the Victoria Sampler Facebook group. If you want to participate in the new one, just go to her Facebook and join, and you'll be able to find the stuff. The other ones that I found was from the Doreen Jones Facebook group also. I think this was last year, the Halloween one. So I got that one. I could show the patterns because they are free charts. So it's a 4-piece, and then at the bottom it will say trick or treat. So I'm gonna start this one on the 13th for dark 13. On the 13th of every month, I will stitch a Halloween piece. So I could have Halloween stuff for when Halloween comes. So I'm gonna start this one. This is another one. I only printed like the designs she had because the pattern I want to use it in the iPad, so I left them there. The only ones that I print was this one, and I remember, why'd you printing them? Because you use your iPad. And now I'm trying to use that Markup RSP program for the. It has a learning curve. I haven't had the patience to learn it, but I will. So that's another one that I wanted to. It's from the Duran Joan Facebook group. You could find them, not for her Facebook group, from her page, her business page. This is another one for Halloween from her that I got. Another one from Halloween. Another one for Halloween. I love that. Another one for Halloween. Another one for Halloween. I like that one. This one is called One Stitch at a Time. This is the pattern, but it's a free pattern. You could get them on her Facebook group or Facebook page. And both of them, they are patterns. This is another one for Christmas. I love that Santa. He's so cute. I love the reindeer with his little tiny skinny legs. Love that. This one, which is a biscorno. The picture is like stretched. This is the pattern. It's a biscorno. It's Santa biscorno. So I can't wait for that. So those are the patterns that I got free from the Durain. Oh my God, Durain Jones, right here. Durain Jones Facebook group. So if you're interested on those, you could go and grab them. And then this is a picture of a screenshot that I took of my TV while I was watching. I watch YouTube on my TV while I'm in bed. After I finish doing everything I do, I lay in bed and just watch it. And when I see people that shows pictures of patterns that I want to get, I throw a screenshot of the TV and I crop the person. Of course, I don't want the person, but in this one you're gonna see somebody's fingers. It's this pattern. It is from an Instagram person that created this pattern, and she's have it for free in her Instagram. There's a link in her Instagram, and you click on it and you could get this pattern. This is called 2020 Pandemic Sampler. And I have a better picture. I just printed this one because this was the one that was in my photo. The pattern itself is already in my Google Drive, and I didn't have my iPad with me when I was printing and that. So this is another one that I want to do. It's a beautiful sampler. It's a Pandemic 2020 sampler. I'm going to do it. It's going to be named that 2020 because it's referring to the pandemic. So I am going to do this. I want a blue fabric like that. So when I find the fabric that I have at the yard, I think I have blue. I think I still have blue, that baby blue, but then I hand dye it a little darker because I want that blue. I want that kind of blue for the pattern. So that's another one that is going to be in my list. And lastly, this designer, her art is very famous in Heaven on Earth design. Her name is Jasmine Becker, I think it is. Let me look it up before I butcher it up. Anyway, her art is those patterns, that beautiful little girl with those big eyes. So that's her, Jasmine. Let me look it up in my Facebook. Okay. Jasmine Beckler. Right here. Oops, that's not it. That's not it. Right here. Jasmine Beckler Griffith. So she is famous. She has her art in hold on, trying to talk and think at the same time, and obviously I cannot do that. Anyway, she released her entire art, 625 of her art. It's just her art. It's not cross-stitch pattern. You see that little girl, she's very famous in Heaven on Earth design. I love her. I love all the ones that she has, like this one. I've been wanting to do this one for a long time, and I put it in my car, and then I see something else and I push it back into my wish list, and I love her. I love her and all the butterflies because I love butterflies. So anyway, she released her entire art, all the files she has, 625, free to the public. Free. You could download all 625 of them for free. She said if you want to pay her, you could pay her whatever you want. If you want to pay her $1, she'll take it. She don't care. If you don't want to pay her nothing, you don't have to. It's free. You could use it. I've seen already people making charts and selling them for $10 from her things. You are allowed to do that. You have no license. There's no copyright issues. There's no license restriction, nothing. I mean, I could grab them, and I have Pick Stitch in my computer, and I could make patterns and sell them. But I ain't going to do that. I'm going to make patterns for myself. So I downloaded because they are full coverage once you chart them. They're gonna be full coverage. There's one of them that I want to see how I could figure it out. The no background trick. Like you see, I downloaded that one. I downloaded 34 of them. Like this one, I love that one. But who want to stitch all that black? So I want to do her, but without no background. So I'm gonna chart it and see how I could figure it out, how to delete the background, or I bring it up to Pattern Keeper, because I'm thinking of buying. I have Pick Stitch in my computer, but I was thinking of buying the Win Stitch one also, because with that one you could import directly to Pattern Keeper. With Pink Stitch you can't. You cannot. You could say, download it as a PDF. Maybe I could upload it to the other program, the iOS program, markup, whatever that name is. But anyway, so that is one that I would like to do without the background. So I downloaded 34 of them, which was my favorite one, and some of them was in my wish list, and the Heaven on Earth design. Look how beautiful for autumn. So that's another one that I downloaded. Again, you could do this without a background, because I've seen fabrics like this that has that print already. So I'm gonna see if I could find videos of how to remove the background. So I could do a few without backgrounds, but I am gonna chart all 34, the ones that I downloaded, and hopefully I'll start them here and there, because some of them are going to be full coverage. But I love that little girl. So if you like that, and you have a way to chart your own, if you have a program to create your own cross stitch. I bought Pick Stitch. I think it was like $50 when I bought it, and Win Stitch is the same thing, $50. So one of these days I purchased the Win Stitch, because I like that you could upload directly to Pattern Keeper. So we'll see. Maybe that will be my Valentine gift to myself, a Win Stitch program, so I could chart those girls and then start uploading them. And I think Stitching Mama commented one day that she was gonna do something without no background, but she needed to mark the background and Pattern Keeper as she did it. Something like that. I remember. I'm gonna go look for her video, because she explained it. I think that's how she does it. Like, to remove the background, she just mark it in Pattern Keeper like she did the background, and then you just have the whatever the image is. Something like that. So I'm gonna go look back to her thing. But anyway, so that's what I had. That's what I did. Next week's plan, I am gonna start this SAL. What is it? I'm gonna start the Victoria Sampler SAL, the one from this year, the one from 2022, because I would like to see if I could keep up with that. Again, I don't like to feel stressed, so, because then I don't enjoy it. But I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna download it every week. So this week I'm gonna start this one, the new SAL. This one I will start it sometime next week also. In my planner, I supposed to catch up, because I was supposed to work on my Gigi, which is my whip go, and my Seeking Refugee. I took it downstairs and I took it out to start working. Well, I didn't have the flosses, and I didn't want to come back upstairs, so I said, nah, I'll do it tomorrow. I forgot about it. So I think Sunday I will catch up with what I was supposed to stitch last week that I did not. And then during the day, and then in the nighttime, I have my Stacking Sunday, foregone, and whatever comes out for that day, if I'm going to continue that challenge. And then I still have to work foregone all week. Then I have the ice cream shop, which is from the acrostic part. That one is just work it as, you have a month to work those. No rushing that one either. It's the daily one that stressed me. So I think I'm almost that one. Then I had to work on my New Year's start. I'm gonna work those 4 blocks to see how I like it. If not, I decide what I'm gonna do with that piece. I need to work on my Gigi again and my Seeking Refugees. So that's all I have, and then whatever comes out daily for that. And like I said, I don't know if I don't continue it daily because I don't have the time during the week. I get home and I have, I still got things to do, and then I got to rush because I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to post before 12, blah, 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 and it stressed me. So I don't know about that. So anyway, that's all I have. That's the plans that I have. Hopefully I'll work more this week or week, and then hopefully I could save that that Gypsy Queen. If nothing worked, that means I gotta go through my whips, and those that already are marked, I gotta scratch those and start them over, because if it doesn't come out on her, it's not gonna come out in none of them. And I think my Lady of the Flock, it is gridded on that, and I have a white conversion. So if I do, that means I have to start the Lady on the Flock for the 3rd time, and because she's all white, and it's not, if we'll see. You see, never again use those pens. From now on, if I need to grid, I'm gonna grid with a friction pen, or learn how to use the gridding thread that Amazon sells. Find a video that told me how to do that, because it's frustrating that I had to start a lot of the things. But then it's my fault because it's been sitting there for 2-3 years. Some of them I started it in 2018 with that pen. So it's been sitting there for too long. I mean, they are not, it does say in the package not to leave for a long period of time, so it's my fault. It's not the pen's fault. It's not because it's from China. No, it's user error. It's not the product, it's the user. I just put it there, and it's been years, and of course it's gonna suck up, the fabric is gonna suck up all that. But I'll pray that I could fix it, and you find out next week if I fix it or I toast it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.